Are we going? We going, Parker gang. Let them come in here. Let the people come in. Let me give y'all a little YouTube beat. Give y'all a YouTube beat. Chat set to subscribe only mode. If you ain't subscribed, get out of here. Why it's so low? Okay. All right, enough of that, enough of that, enough of that. Hold on, where's my microphone? Let me see if y'all can hear me better with the microphone. But today, y'all, we ain't even doing it. If all, like I said before, all the dignitaries go to bed. This ain't the live for you. All the business people who follow me, you might want to go to sleep. All the old people, go to bed. Man. We talking about Kels today. We talking about Kels today. And it's gonna be all bullshit aside, okay? Can y'all hear me better? Let me test my audio. Hold on, let me see. Let me do a test. Audio. Okay, it looked like y'all could. I can't hear the speakers though. Hold on, let me see if y'all can hear me. Let's see. They want to talk about. Oh, wait, how do I get to mine? Okay, your channel. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear me. What's good? Okay, Chi-Town. Who else is that in there? Parker gang, what's good? Miss Lady T, what's good? Okay, so welcome back to Sky Life, everybody. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I need one of y'all moderators to let me know where the likes is at. But we're gonna chop it up tonight. Tonight the topic is about chaos. Okay. Now it's a lot of stuff, I'm backdated, you know what I'm saying? We gotta catch up on a whole lot of stuff. But today I got to talk about this government wanting to give chaos basically. I mean, it really is 30 years and 20 years is already life, but to continue the madness is just outrageous to me. Over what, y'all? These are some thoughts. Like this is the whole thing. And I'm sorry for those who's sensitive about the topic. You might want to leave too. But the bottom line is this, okay? The women consented, okay? Now, for those of you people out here that want to be legal every day, legal all day, yeah, it's legal because the legal way is what brought chaos down, and that's what you in support of. Okay, that's fine. But guess what? There's a moral aspect to this story too, and they morally consented. God damn it! I don't care what nobody else say. Them women wanted it. Okay, they went after chaos, and they, whether we know what it was for, money, fame, a shot at the glow, a shot at the 1% lifestyle, they was down for it and they went for it. Then when the feds come in, you want to call victim. We're not going for that. Ain't no respect for that. But then you want us to have sympathy. You want us to hand out sympathy cards? For what? Hand you a sympathy card for what? You did what you wanted to do. You signed up to do it. You had the opportunity whenever all this stuff was going on, you had the opportunity to leave. There were no handcuffs. The door was open. You could leave. And then some of y'all left and came back. I can't do this with y'all. I cannot. If you gonna convict this man, do it the right way. Now let's start off with the documentary. Because really, that's where it started, okay? Now, today, I was in the chat room, and you know what? But y'all know I'm a watcher. I watch, I listen, I analyze. Okay, over the years, let's just put it over the years. I'm trying to figure out, okay, the opposite side. What's their stance. I'd be trying to figure out what some of the R.Kelly supporters stance. Okay, because I don't get it. I don't know what your foundation is. Because I want to have a great debate. I want to talk about this here thing. But if you can't talk about and be fair and be righteous about it and be objective, I really can't talk to you. Because when you sit up here and minimize things in this case, you sit up here and act like the documentary had no effect on the entire world that saw it and the jury pool. You are full of shit. I can't say nothing else to you. You are full of shit. I'm on the panel, Angie's panel. You guys, I asked 2 questions, okay? I asked 2 questions because we were talking about how this whole case started and just random things that whole. Shout out to Angie, and our channel for Angie. We was over there and I asked 2 questions. One question was, did the documentary affect Kel's? Okay, I'm gonna say R.Kelly because y'all might. I call him Kel's though, y'all. So my question was, did the documentary affect Kel's presumption of innocence? Okay, to either the world or the jury pool. Okay. I got one answer back that said no. No, I got 2 answers back that said no. No, it did not affect his presumption of innocence, meaning that it didn't affect the jurors in his case. Bullshit. I call bullshit. The second question, you guys, was, if it were you, would you want a documentary done on you prior to you having a case? Their answer was no. So tell me why, if it's not okay for you, why is it okay for them? I don't understand. That is just blatant, that's bullshit, you guys. Do you all understand how stupid and how subjective and unfair and biased and prejudiced, let's put the words on it, all of that doesn't make sense. So it's okay. As long as you ain't, the documentary ain't about you, they ain't talking about doing lies on you. They ain't got your ex-boyfriends on the stage lying about you and telling stuff about you and telling your business, okay? But it's okay for it to happen to Kels, though. It's okay for him. See, that's why I'm telling y'all, this fight and these people don't like him because it's personal, okay? They have a personal agenda, because when you cannot satisfy those two questions correctly, it tells me something about y'all. And shout out to Angie Walker, because Angie actually admitted today. She said, yes, she does believe that it affected it. I can't quote her words, but she said yes to if she does believe that it affected his presumption of innocence. She ain't put that word with it, but she said yes, she thinks it affected his case. And then she said no, she did not want it done to her. Okay. And it's hard to get Angie off that legal chair, y'all. Okay. But she came off that legal chair and she came fair and said, and she was fair. And, but you guys want to sit up here, and the other two people, and you don't make sense. You make no sense, because okay, let me calm down. I digress. There's no way that the documentary did not affect his presumption of innocence in his trial. And then in the same sense, you want to sit up and say, no, I don't want it to happen to me because it's embarrassing. But if it's embarrassing, that means it had an effect. Okay, or it's going to have an effect. Whether it's true or not, you see what I'm saying? That's beside the point. Whether or not the documentary was factual or not, that is beside the point. The point is, did the documentary have effect on R. Kelly's case? Specifically meaning the jury pool. At any point in a trial, did the jurors think about the documentary or think about what happened in the documentary and say, oh my God, Kels did all that in the documentary and he did this to these girls? Do you understand? It's slanderous, okay? It has defamed his character. It has already pre-identified him. People condemned him prior to his trial. You are supposed to be presumed innocent until you are found guilty in the court of law. Now let's talk legal. Let's put your legal hat on. But you all are so legal, and you want to talk about your legal paperwork, but you can't understand how you contradicted yourself. That's why, you guys, I see the light now, and I had to come to you guys today, because the people that are self-proclaimed, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say this. It's fake people on these YouTube streets. I'm going to say this. And the only way, you have to be able to understand what people are saying. Okay? And for these people to, child, because this is the whole thing. When you ain't in a hot seat, you okay with it. But I have to be able to sleep at night, people. I cannot go to sleep knowing that I am praying on somebody's downfall, that I'm doing something devious to them. I have to be able to go to sleep. I got to be able to wake up. I can't do it. But see, you know what? I'm not like some of these other people. Okay. It was some people in the chat that talk about, oh yeah, Kel slept with a minor, but they had kids at the age 15 or 16 years old. Help me understand. I don't understand. Why is it okay for you? I don't care if it's legal or morally. How morally, okay, let's talk morally. Why is it morally okay for you to have a kid at 15 and 16, but you want to say that he slept with a minor that was 15 and 16? Help me understand, y'all. I don't get this. What are we doing? I'm sick of the fakeness. I'm telling y'all, I am so sick and disgusted. And then they want to talk about, oh, it's about the victims. You guys are making up narratives. You guys are always coming up with some story, and I forgot what else they called it. Everything to try and save R.Kelly because you know he's guilty, and you guys continue to come up with narratives. Okay, but if it was about the victims, excuse me, why did Kim Fox drop the Chicago case? Boom. And like JoJo say, big old bam. Why did she drop it? Okay, I've been right for the longest. You all have been trying to tell me, oh, it's about the victims. The victims finally get to be heard. The victims finally get justice. Yes, R. Kelly is locked up with what harm was done. Okay? What harm was done? None. But you sit up here and you seen in your face, Kim Fox sat up there, went in after the documentary. Kim Fox, by her own admission, said she saw the documentary and decided to. She went and got on the news thing. Excuse me. Whew. I don't want to burp on the thing. Hold on. Oops, I hope y'all ain't hear that. Okay, so Kim Fox. What's the light set? What's the light set? Is they trying to play me? Because I will play some, I'll play some music. I will do it. Let me see what these likes is at. Oh no, 20 likes. Hold on. Let me go out and come back in. No, I see 4 likes. 20 people, and y'all give me 4 likes. Get the likes up. Get them up. Hold on, let me see where we at. Okay, get them up. I need 3 more. Okay, 3 more. So you all sitting up here. Oh, it's about the victims. We're so happy that they get to be heard. Justice has been done. R. Kelly's being locked up for 30 years. We don't know why, but we really need to go and find our own abusers and lock them up because R. Kelly didn't do it. Same thing for you, Miss Fox. But she dropped the case on your ass. Oh my God. Oh God. I promise y'all I fell out and hit the floor when I heard about her dropping the case, y'all. Kim Fox dropped the Chicago case against R. Kelly, y'all. And then she even tried to pump fake and be like, oh yes, some of the victims are gonna be upset because they want to have their day in court. Okay, yeah, Kim Fox, but you a victim too, girl. Why would you throw a case out when this whole case is about letting the victims be heard? It's about them getting their voices out and getting their stories out. Isn't that why you went onto the news channel and said, we're going to do a toll-free phone number. We need the victims to come forward. We need you guys to come forward so we could prosecute R. Kelly. We can't do this without you. Okay, but guess what, Kim Fox? Since you just saw the documentary, how come you don't take all of those people that were in the documentary and use that in your case? You know why? You know why you didn't? Because it was some bullshit. But don't let me to be the one to tell it. You answer your own question. Was any of that shit in the trial? That part. R. Kelly had him locked up. He had them handcuffed to the bed. He wasn't feeding them. He was starving them. But no, they were able to leave. I mean, which one is it? Which one is it? Y'all, I'm telling you, my stomach fell out when the girl got up there and said, yes, we're gonna drop the cases because we feel like the look at this, she didn't really say it, but she said it. We're gonna drop the cases because in New York, they have rendered the decision of giving him 30 years for his charges. And we feel that the Chicago trial is going to basically deem the same numbers as the New York trial. So, you know, basically she's saying we feel like we got his ass, okay, and we good. So we could drop our shit because we got his ass. The deal is done. Okay. That's what happened. I was right the whole time. I'll wait. I'll wait. Yes, I want a cookie. Yes, I want a feather in the hat. I want all that because I knew I was right. You all could sit up here. They used y'all to take R.Kelly down. I hope you feel great. Okay. I hope you feel good about yourself. Okay. And the stories that you made and put together, I hope you can sleep at night because I can. But on the real side of things, let me be real for a second. It's unfortunate because in this world, there are real victims. There are real women who have been victimized. There are real women who are being sex trafficked, human trafficked, are really tied up in people's homes. They not standing outside of malls, gathered up in groups. They ass ain't at concerts, being seen at concerts, dressed alike. These women are really victims. They really being trafficked, and they really in trouble, and they really need help. Okay. And it's terrible for her to throw the cases out because real women with real problems probably won't come forward. And that's just the unfortunate thing about that. Okay. That's unfortunate, and that's real talk. But that's it's a dirty game. Okay. It's a dirty game for the R. Kelly side, and you guys see on your side now that it's a dirty game for you too. Pull up a seat. And then let's talk about, you want to lock R. Kelly up. You want to give him damn near 55 years. For what? For what, y'all? What? What harm was done? I will not get it. I will never understand this case. And this is the thing. And this is really what I wish people would understand too, because I have to speak on Kels because Kels is the one that is currently going through this situation, but it's gonna be somebody else. It might be you. It might be your nephews, your cousins, because these people, they have changed laws to get this man. They have. They act like it's not a factory. You ran a documentary, a slander, hate campaign. As far that's how I see it. You ran a hate campaign on them. You had the Me Too movement, who was a feminist movement, who is trying to kill masculinity. But you people out here are too stupid because you think it's about Kel's peeing on a girl in the tape, and about the what else y'all say? The P tape, the documentary, and the documentary, and something else y'all always say about him. Oh, and Aaliyah. Y'all think that that's really what this is about, okay? But when it happens to you, people, when it happens to you, don't look for no support over here because I ain't got none for you, okay? I ain't got none for you. It's now case law, a one-man RICO. How in the hell? How in the hell do you have a racketeering charge with one man being charged? How, Sway? How? How? And you give everybody else immunity? Y'all okay with that? okay, because guess what? That pamper that they created for R. Kelly, baby, that could easily fit on you. Tell me how easy it would be for what's his name, YSL Young Thug. How easy it would be in the duck case for them to go to the old Block 5 and pick out one of the guys that they are saying allegedly killed Duck, and prosecute him and give everybody else immunity to testify against you, and you go down as a one-man RICO. How easy do you think it is? Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Y'all don't understand. The precedence has been set. It has been set. A one-man RICO. Do y'all understand? If that stands, y'all in trouble. Trouble. I'm telling you, you better walk a straight line. I mean, you better walk it straight. You better walk it straight, because they could fit that pamper on anybody. It has nothing to do with R. Kelly. He like young girls. I used to see him with girls and getting in his car when he was at Kenwood and at Hyde Park. It don't have nothing to do with that shit. He was going to McDonald's and he would pick up girls from McDonald's. Bullshit. Sue McDonald's. Shut up. It's pitiful. Y'all don't even see exactly what this is about. Y'all don't even get it. You are so blind to the facts of this case. It's pitiful. But until it's you, or until it's your nephew, or until it's somebody who you love, one of your loved ones, then you'll get it. And then the Mann Act. They hit him with the white old slave act, the Mann Act, y'all. Traveling across state lines for nefarious acts. It doesn't just have to be a minor. Traveling across state lines, completing nefarious acts. Okay, that's how I broke it down. And I broke it down like that so y'all could better understand it. So when these girls, all these people on IG, you see them, all they talking about some, oh yeah, the girl, yeah, he flew me in, she ain't give me none. Mann Act. The girl sitting up there fighting you like, yeah, I don't want to give you none. I don't want to. Be glad you didn't. Mann Act awaiting. Okay, waiting to happen. Mann Act on deck. How many NBA superstars, celebrities, regular guys meet women online and fly them in? All she got to do is say you did something wrong to her. You you blinked wrong, okay? And she ain't like it, and she go tell the right people, and you about to get a case, baby. And the Mann Act could be one of them. I promise you, y'all better understand what's going on. This just ain't about R. Kelly. And the original charge, it was a white slave act used to lock up black men for taking white women out of town to have sex with them. They reached back, way back. They reached back and pulled up a law to help with put a pamper on R. Kelly's ass that could easily fit on you. Don't think that this is just made to fit his ass. It could easily fit on you. What else was the other thing? The jury. You all want to sit up here and act like the jury did not watch the documentary. It's in the paperwork that you all claim to talk about and love so much. They said they watched it. Stupid. So either it was effective and it affected his case, or it didn't. I just don't understand people. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't understand this. I don't know how people rationalize this. And the amount of time, 30 years, they want to give him charge him a damn near the same, another damn near 30. in the Chicago trail, y'all. Ain't nobody dead. Ain't no dead bodies. I know people that was gone for 10 and 20 years because a body had dropped. Blood hit the ground. It was some slow singing and flower bringing. People was crying because they loved one was dead. Ain't nobody dead. And these women was jump offs. It wasn't like I can't understand. I can't. This world is crazy. I'm not from here, y'all. I'm not from here. I promise you I'm not. Because I don't understand this. And this man is sitting in there because he had 2 girlfriends at the time of the New York trial. Huh? Because you guys want to say, and let me say something. Let me be clear, because you all are some of y'all is remedial and you just don't comprehend well. So let me make a clarification for you, okay? There is a difference between a young girl exploring her sexuality. Let me be specific. A teenager exploring her sexuality and going about to get a celebrity for his money and some sex. That's 2 separate things. Quit trying to cloudy up and water me down and act like I don't know what I'm talking about. 2 separate things. I'm not saying all young girls exploring their sexuality is that. That's how you all comprehend it. Okay? I have some logic to my shit. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but that's not how I am thinking it. But you all know, you know what? I just thought about it right now. You all have to say that about me because you all want to water me down and make me look irrational and make me look like I don't have a clear stance and a clear foundation on what I'm talking about. I get it. I get it. But let me see. Let me see what these likes is. Get the likes up. Let me see what these likes is. Let me see. 12. Get the likes up. Oh, y'all want me to play some. Oh, okay. Hold on. I know what to do for y'all. I know what to do. Let me find the right music because y'all want to play with me. Got my speakers in because I'm sure playing the music. Hold on. Maybe y'all can hear that. Maybe I can't. Hold on. Maybe I can hear that. Maybe I can't. Oh, y'all can hear it. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. I mean, get the likes up. I mean, get the likes up. I mean, get the likes up. Get them 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 up. We just gonna sit here. Moment of silence for the likes. Let me see where they at. Get them up. $14. Give me one more. Cause I know we got the haters is in here. I know y'all is in here. Bush people, I don't care. Hit the like button, hit the dislike button, hit something. I don't care. Hit the dislike button. I don't care. Type in the chat. Welcome to Sky Life. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. The chat room is set to subscriber only, so make sure you subscribe so that you can comment in the chat and participate. Okay, I'm almost done. Give me a second. Let me see. Did y'all get me up there to 15? Is the music still playing? Hold on. think that music is still playing. Let me see where they at. Wait, does it stop? Get the likes up. Okay, I think the music is off. Hit the like button. Okay, what else was I gonna say? Big Bad was good. Who got it? Um, we are talking about. I'm just. I was in the process of talking about the audacity of the time that he is getting when no harm was done. Absolutely no harm was done. Oh, the other thing is the whole thing with the failure to disclose his STD status. They tested the man and stated that he did not have the H virus. Okay, they stated that. So why are people still sitting up here saying he got it? He got it. No, you all said read the paperwork, right? The paperwork is the Bible, right? In the Bible, it stated that no, he doesn't have it. Now, did they say he had symptoms? Yes, they said he had symptoms that were similar to it. But was he diagnosed with that? No. And then we still don't know if the women that he was fooling with had it and brought it to him, or if they was all sharing it, giving it to each other, because the government does not make them disclose their STD status in the trial. They're victims. They want to protect him, and they want them to look innocent. They want them to look holy. They don't want anything to damage their character and their image. However, just tear R.Kelly shit up. We could just tear his shit up. You see what I'm saying? That don't even matter. He's only the defendant. Just tear his character up. Who cares? Okay. But I mean, you guys, look at the charges. The one man RICO, the Mann Act, and then you want to say sexual abuse of minors. What? They consented. They were willing participants, whether you like it or not. Now, you all want to hang on the balls of the legal system. No, they cannot legally consent, but God damn it, they morally consented and get used to it, because that's what happened. That's what happened. They wanted it. So you all can manufacture the story to make it look however you need it to look. But the bottom line is those young girls wanted R. Kelly. How can he entice, seduce, and coerce some women that wanted him? It doesn't make sense. But for the law, you have to put the law stank on it to make it make sense. The law says that, so that's how it goes. But that doesn't mean that that's what's right and what's righteous. Do y'all understand that? The law is not always righteous and not always right. But you all side with it. Hook, line, and sinker. Some of y'all, I don't even know what else to do with you, because you have no other understanding but the legal aspect of this case. You're not relatable. Do you understand? You have no sense of humanity. You probably don't even understand what the word humane is. But I don't understand how you people process things in life. I promise you guys, I got to be able to sleep at night. But let me drop this link, because I done kicked off a lot, and I want to hear what you all have to say. And I mean, y'all better chop it up, and y'all better don't come in here talking about no other topic. I want to talk about Kim Fox dropping the goddamn charges, proving my fact that R. Kelly was the whole goal, and it wasn't about no jump offs and no thoughts. I want to talk about the documentary being the whole catalyst to all of this, and about how the documentary infringe on his presumption of innocence to the jury pool in his trial? That's undeniable. I mean, you all could try and formulate it and shape it up however you want, but the facts will be the facts in this case. That's what happened. And then you all want to sit up here and act like this shit was done in a legal matter, a solid, just legal matter, and it wasn't. It was not. Yes, it was biased. Get the lights up. Parker Gang, what's good? Okay, I say hi to everybody. Oh yeah, see, I got that chat set on subscriber only mode, keeping y'all haters out of here. Keep the haters out of here. But y'all come up and let's chop it up, because this right here is just too much. I promise y'all, I was finna leave because I mean, when I asked those people the question today, and you said, no, you don't think that the documentary affected somebody's presumption of innocence. Big Vi,
What's going
who got
on?
it?
What's going on, Scott?
Can you hear me? Okay. Hold on. I'm unplugging the mic.
I hear you. I hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, Scott and went off of there. What up, chat? What up, chat? What y'all got going on? I can't see the comments. I don't know where Sky went. What up, Miss Lady T? Shot Town. Yeah, these people, this is crazy, man. Uh, y'all typing. I can't see the comments backstage. We're gonna wait on Scott to get back up here. Hope everybody doing all right. Hope everybody having a blessed night. Man, all right, here we go. Here we go. All right, I see the chat now. Well, okay, we got Shot Town. Let's see. There's Lady T. What's here? That's it. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, this case is crazy, and some else. I heard Skylight speak to the fact that Skylight to the fact that Kim Fox dropping the charges, and it's crazy how she would come out and drop the charges, but one of the victims that was in the state case, that was in her state case, one of the victims was the same person in the New York trial that he was charged for. That right there didn't make sense to me. So this person was a victim in your state case, then they charge him in a federal case in New York for this same person who never left Chicago, JP. Then you come back to Chicago after he been convicted in both of his federal trials, and say, I'm just gonna drop the charges. Like, it's just that simple. Nah, it's not. And you this whole case, the state case, is what brought about both of the federal cases.
Let's go, Big Back. Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So how can you drop a case which is the base of both of the federal cases? They rooted from this state case. And what I've been saying on my platform is that when Bo Brentley brought up the fact that R. Kelly had been investigated twice. In 2005, he was investigated, and the federal feds and Homeland Security dropped the charges. But they investigated him again in 2018, May 31st, 2018. The feds and Homeland Security dropped the charges again and said that they couldn't find no proof or evidence of any wrongdoing. Then you come back January 3rd of 2019, they dropped Surviving R. Kelly. And then you get a state prosecutor come out and solicit people to come forward because she said that out of her own mouth, after watching Surviving R. Kelly, she felt empowered to do so because she was a victim.
And then what she do? What she do next, by?
She put out a fucking hotline, just like if y'all seen y'all heard the commercials. If you use Johnson & Johnson baby powder and you was affected, contact us. That's why I call it the class action lawsuit against R. Kelly.
Right.
She solicited a class action lawsuit for people to come forward if they ever felt as though they've been victimized by R. Kelly. So now people motives are not coming to get justice. They coming to say, I see a situation where I can get some money. But that formula was taken from Susan Logan.
But Big
And
Bad,
she did it.
tell me how she smacked everybody in the face. What was her final move that finished everybody?
She dropped the case.
Drop that shit. Get out of here.
You dropped the case. Now they pissed off.
Get it
But the
out of
thing
here.
is, so now you dropped the case, but
Drop that shit.
one of your victims in your state case was the same victim in your federal case in New York.
Dropped it. Get it out of here. That's what I'm saying. She ain't give a damn about them.
No,
Didn't give a damn.
and I told him, I say, how they call R. Kelly a predator. Now, you gotta make this shit make sense. R. Kelly's a predator, and these alleged victims are the prey. When have you ever heard or ever saw in life? We know in life it goes the predator chases the prey. But when you look at R. Kelly's story, you had the goddamn prey chasing the predator. You gotta make that shit make sense.
You got to. It don't make sense. Because this is the thing. They was, people got to come with the legal hat. Well, legally, they can't consent. Okay, but morally, guess what? They did.
And you know
Okay.
what they
And
legally
the
did? When you look at the only two people who's using the age discrepancy in this case, what do they have in common? They both presented fake false identification.
false IDs, you damn right.
You gotta
They
make
sure
this shit
did.
make sense.
Yeah, they both put up false IDs. You right. And that's the other thing. They lied about their age. You okay with basically you said you tricked R. Kelly off the street, and let's talk about that because these people, that's another thing they don't get. These women told Kels, he asked them, how old are you? So if he's the P word and he likes little kids, why would he ask them how old they was? Huh?
Man, yeah. I said to myself the other day, cause see, when I get to myself, I can really just think and I try to be logical as possible with this whole situation. So
Yes.
when she presented the ID at the hotel, why did he continue to question her? How old was she? What about the situation that made him not trust the fact that this girl was 18 and sent her back home? What did her parents do When she got back home, they drove her back to Chicago. What did they do to R. Kelly? What did they tell R. Kelly? Matter of fact, what did they show R. Kelly to prove that this girl was 18?
Now, see, let me put it like this, and this is the realest shit I ever said probably about this case, and people gonna be mad, but I'm finna say it. I believe this is my thought. This is my opinion. Okay, I believe that the Clarys had no problem with Kels being uh in an entanglement with their daughter at the age of 17, and I believe my theory is proven by the text messages from the mother exchanging them with the daughter. Okay,
Yeah.
I also didn't feel that the daughter had any problem having an entanglement with him at 17, because in the paperwork I read, it stated that prior to, and this is something I just came to the conclusion of, and I'm gonna read it on another date, but prior to her going up to the room, Big Vi, she stopped and got into the Sprinter van with him. In the Sprinter van, he asked her to sit on his lap. She did it. She complied. Then he asked her for a kiss. She said that she hesitated, but he said just a little peck. I forgot how she described it, but she did it. Okay. At that point, that tells you right there that this man is not on no professional shit. He wants to FUCK, which is what your mama told you he wanted to do. So tell me, Big Vi, why do you go up to the room with this man if you didn't want to get down, if you didn't want to show down and do the whole down? Help me understand it.
So, all right, now we got that. So now we go back to the letter. She said when she came on to him after falling for Robert, she met R. Kelly, but when she started to getting to know Robert, she fell for Robert. She said, I came on to him, but he wasn't showing any interest. So this is after the hotel situation. So how is he gonna show if he already had you in Florida? You gonna come to Chicago? You say you trying to give it to him, and he not showing no interest, so you backed off. You got to make that make sense,
right? You do. You do.
I told Mama that. She said I told Mama that he wasn't into that. She kept forcing me to try to get him to act in some type of sexual act with me. This is what she said out her mouth.
He enticed them, and that's why, and that's another thing that I have to talk to to Angie about, because she made a statement that the enticement of the mother pushing the daughter on the Kels had a different legal definition than what actually happened. I don't understand it, because you basically sent your daughter in to entice a man to have, sex with you, right?
I just seen a situation like this in real life. A woman that I know, she caught an older guy texting her daughter, but instead of her going and report it right to the police right away, she started texting the guy as if she was her daughter. So what happened was when she finally went and reported it, they told her there was entrapment.
What?
Swear to God.
Wow.
They told her she should have brung it to them right away.
But it's okay for the mom in this situation to do that, because I don't see how it's not entrapment. I don't see how it's not. I don't. I really don't. And then this is the kicker in the cut right here. The parents sent somebody to the door. Okay. Now I ain't gonna say that they wasn't street now and one trying to run a number. Okay. What they was trying to do was get him caught, knowing they didn't have a problem with their kid getting down with Kels at the age of 17. Okay, that's what I was in the process of saying. I don't believe this is my story, my version of it, in my opinion. I don't believe they had a problem with it. I believe they tried to pull a stunt, call the Rome's to come to the door and catch him on her being 17 and him being in the room with the minor. That backfired though. Okay. But guess what? Because and understand this, it has to make sense that way because, like you saying, after the fact, you let her go and travel again with him right after that.
And she was purchasing, from my understanding, the mama was purchasing the ticket. They say the sister, kind of find out, one of the sisters worked at the airline. So it's like, it's so many small pieces
Well,
operating.
you know what? Regardless to who bought the ticket, though, you allowed her to go. You consented for her to go, and then later on, after the fact, after you finally after you the young lady finally discloses, Jane Doe finally discloses to him how old she is, you go back, write up a fraudulent letter to justify your daughter going back to be with him still at the age of 17. So you can't tell me that my theory does not make sense. I don't think they had, but guess what? See, because when Tim Savage got in it, he blew the spot up. You see what I'm saying? He brought the ROMs in, the feds was in alert, and that's when they had to cooperate with everybody else and act like they had an issue with it. But that right there, y'all, is the real shit I ever wrote in regards to this chaos case. That's what I believe.
Even the fact that how these critical players that passed away, that shit right there, that blows, that right there, like, how does this happen? The lady that used the Valerie Payton lady, she mysteriously dies.
But I didn't even know that. When did she die?
They claim she passed away. That's why she went in the trial.
When she passed away, Val, when they say this, because
hey, everybody died from 2019 to 2022.
So they saying she died close to the trial, because that was my question too. Why wasn't she in the trial?
They say, just like, Linda Minch was ran over. Jack Palladino was attacked in front of his house. The daddy had a heart attack. Look at all the key players. They're just in the 2 to 3 year span just passed away.
Well, I want to find out about that Valerie Payton, because I feel like she should have been. That's a key factor to this trial.
Most definitely, because that's who they allegedly signed her over to.
Bingo. With a fake paper contract. That's what I'm saying. All that old, you know what I'm saying? Get that out of here.
That's what they do in the South, guy. Like in the country.
Are you serious?
Well, I would tell you, man. When I was 15, I was 16, just turning 16, and me, things at my mama's house just weren't working out. And I went to my school, and I was telling, like, look, man, something gonna happen seriously if I continue to have to be at this place. The sheriff came to the school. They took me from school, took me home. They talked to my mama. They told my mama, and this is in Louisiana. They told me right in front of her, he's at the age of 16. He's able to make a decision on where he want to stay. If the place he want to go to, if they okay with it, then we gonna remove him from here, and we gonna take him to relocate him, and there's nothing you can do about it. And my granddad, I ended up moving with my granddad, but it was just like that.
Well, see, that's different. Okay, I understand that. But these people tried to run that this lady worked for Sony, Vi. So you telling me that Sony is sending out torn out pieces of paper from a notebook contracts?
No, you gotta have real paper.
You gotta come better than that. I need a letterhead. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, if I even let me tell you something. Even if my niece is going somewhere with me, I'm gonna ask my sister for a letter in case something happens. And I want it on a nice letterhead. You know what I'm saying? Make it look proper.
Notarized.
Notarized. Don't give me no piece of paper tore out. Get on the computer, type it up, print it out, sign it. You know what I'm saying? Make it look good. Don't embarrass me pulling out no paper like that.
That's the jailhouse letter, like Tupac and Suge, right? That's that.
Right. Or like you passing the kite. Said, hey, send this to Big Buy. Big Buy is sale in cell 6. Send this to Big Buy. Like, come on now, y'all. What's up, Judah J?
Then
It's pitiful.
you look at none of these. Now all these women supposed to be going to pursue music career. Nobody had a contract.
And what are they doing now? You see what I'm saying? How come R. Kelly? You saying he stopped it? He stopped your vision. He stopped your drive. No, that's because he was the money pit and he didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
He is what you wanted. You ain't want no singing career. Cause how many of them could sing? That part. Like, wait.
No. And I was watching like even like I didn't understand the type of time the man put into his the work that he do until I just recently watched this Love Letter documentary. This dude in the studio does every damn thing on his album, from producing, mixing, making the beat, vocals, background vocals, singing. He does it all. Like, I'm trying to understand this. Like,
That's why he the king, by. And that's why it's such. That's even. And see, that's why people always try to act like us supporters are fans of his because of his music. No, we are supporters of his case. Now, it's a bonus that he's the king of our R&B and he's a great man musically as well. But that's separate. Nobody is trying to say, oh, because he does good music that he didn't, you know what I'm saying? That he's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the only reason why he like him and we support his case. No, no.
it's the injustice that we see. And
Yes.
if he done something wrong, like I always say, if he done something wrong, he need to be held accountable for it. Just like I hold me accountable. If I get on my platform and say something that's not true, show it to me. Like, look, that ain't right.
Right.
Too blessed to be in mess. We that's
Hey,
just
bless.
that's an alleged statement. Because ain't no way that this woman, which is a key critical part of
Very
this
critical.
whole exchange between this Jane Doe, and not have to be in court, not have to testify, none of that. But the thing is just with this witch hunt of so much biased testimony. And like at this point, I don't even care about the judge Lebenweber and Donnelly, none of them, because I would love to hear what the appellate court, Supreme Court think about this mockery of
And
a like.
that's what it comes down to, Big Bad. And let me hop in real quick and say this because I don't know why people are sitting up here talking about I told you so. You told us so. The documentary told us so. Anybody who thought that R. Kelly was gonna get a fair trial when that goddamn documentary hit the scene, you were delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's always good to have hope, okay? Because I had hope. But when that shit came out, y'all, the writing was on the wall. When Kim Fox came out and excited the riot, the writing was on the wall. And then strike three was when Me Too was going around shutting down his concerts, stopping his paycheck. It was over. It was done. You
And
knew right then they was gonna take him all the way. They was gonna walk R. Kelly down and take him all the way through it. And that's what they did.
told people, Sky, all they gotta do is go back and look how, how important this documentary was. The man was investigated. The FBI Homeland Security closed their investigation on May the 31st, 2018. May the 31st, 2018, they closed the investigation saying that they didn't find any wrongdoing. They investigated this videotape, everything. So then you come back in January 3rd of 2019 and drop this Surviving R. Kelly documentary. After you've been feminine the whole 2018, they was feminists. Then they dropped the documentary on the 3rd of January of 2019, and here come Kim Fox in February.
Man, look, this stuff, I mean, I don't know. And that's why I have to talk to people like you and people that's because I'm telling you, I was gonna leave because I can't if people can't look at this in a realistic matter, because you have two sides. There's a moral matter, a moral side and a legal side. We all know that he's locked up under legal pretenses, but the moral aspect, and when you talk about reasonable doubt, that's gonna be a regular juror. You can call them personal, emotional, humane. You can call them whatever you want, but that's what's gonna be the reasonable doubt. That the one juror that we need is gonna be someone like us. It's not gonna be no legal person that's looking at this shit from a legal aspect. No, they gonna be like, now how come the documentary, these same women that was in that, how come they not in that? Oh, okay. Well, I see this one chick, Joanna. I see her, but where was the rest of these women? Where was the rest of their stories? You know what I'm saying? And to act like that didn't taint the jury, man, is just bullshit. The lady had the nerve to say she believes in the legal process, and because this is what she said, y'all, and I had to drop the mic, because the documentary was not presented into evidence. Let me tell y'all something. I live in the middle of the desert in Las Vegas, and I got some lakefront property that I want to sell y'all. Cause what the fuck? Because it was not presented into evidence. Do you believe that stopped the jury from recalling what they saw when they saw it?
But why? Right? Why would they put it into evidence when it's gonna create? When if they put it into evidence, it's gonna create. It's gonna show the prejudice that was created against the defendant.
Thank you. It's gonna prove it.
Why would you put it in evidence? Like
yes.
like motherfuckers is stupid, man.
Yes. They think that they I mean, that proves it. Even though it, to me, the documentary proves it, but hey, who am I to say? I think that proves it right there, because if you can't come up with a more biased, slanderous, damaging, I mean, the sound effects, the lighting, I give them an A+ for theatrics, and you know what I'm saying, and music and all of that, A+, standing ovation. But when it comes down to integrity,
Supreme Court, I gotta see that Supreme Court video of them drilling this prosecutor about a case where this guy was being charged for 3 R words, but the prosecution brought in 3 other uncharged acts. And when it comes to the Kel's case, this case is so parallel to all the uncharged people that was testifying against him, which in Supreme Court they say that create prejudice. You should be able to prove your cases with the people that you are charging him with. If you're gonna charge him for the R word with these 3 women, you can't bring in 3 other women that say the same thing happened to them, but you not charging them for it. That's prejudice. Like that Supreme Court video, it breaks it down, and it tells, like, they telling the prosecutor, like, look, just because the defendant has a rap sheet a mile long don't mean you can go to town on the rap sheet. You know, they might allow you to bring 1 or 2 things in, but just because he might have 20 felony convictions, you can't bring all of those convictions up in court, because you are inciting the hearts of the jurors. Now they're not able to make a decision off the evidence. They thinking based off of what they heard. So that's why I'm so excited about the Supreme Court, because we've been hearing this, and this is the biggest reason why I don't have nothing against people that on the other side. I just don't talk to them, because we not on my thinking level, my thinking process do not intertwine with y'all. So I don't even want to have a conversation with y'all at all.
But you know what? You are correct in the fact that it's not, because that's what I discovered today, that they don't even have a understanding of their position. Okay? Because other than a personal agenda. Okay, this they don't have a legal agenda. They have a personal agenda, because I don't know if you were here at the beginning of my live when I stated, I asked them two questions. I said, do you think that the documentary affected Kells's presumption of innocence in his trial? The answer was no. Then I asked, would you have wanted it to be you, a documentary done on you prior to your charges? The answer was no. And then the one lady even went further to say, because it's embarrassing. Okay, so if it's embarrassing, that means it's making a effect on somebody. It's making effect on other people about you. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So
Right.
if it's making an effect about other people about you, then how was this said documentary not doing that in the Kel situation?
My
Do you see
point.
what I'm saying?
And you hear him say, the man say they picked me up on a superseding indictment in July. Was it July or June? He say I sat
It
for
was
a whole
July.
year. I sat for a whole year before they could even bring a case.
Crazy.
The man say
One
I
give me
sat
a
for a
bond.
whole year before they could even bring a case against me.
And didn't even give him a bond. You see what I'm saying? It's all ridiculous. So you're right. These people, they don't even understand their own stance outside of it being personal. Like, they have no legal standing, that they don't even believe that these women were harmed, because they can't justify it. It makes no sense. After today, you guys, I understand that this is a personal vendetta for them. I don't know if they just never liked R.Kelly. They don't like him. I always had a problem, thought that people didn't like him because he was from Chicago. I really thought that that was one of top two, not top one and two of the reasons why they didn't like him. And the other one being that he's the king of R&B. The other one being he's from Chicago. And then three, these women, I mean, these people just have a personal agenda. Like today, the scab came off the sore. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking at it. They
Yeah.
they have no justifiable stance in this anymore
Nah.
with me.
And you can't try to say, you can't say you're not biased if you're not gonna call out the discrepancies that
That's
are.
all I'm saying, Big
You
Bad.
know what I'm saying? You can't say you're not, because the only point you make. But see, I understand that people have to cater to their audience,
Right,
because if I go against something that I came out speaking against, I'm gonna lose people, or I'm gonna lose this funding that's coming, or whatever the situation may be. Which I don't knock none of that. I just don't participate in it. I don't
right.
have a problem. When I see them people come over on my platform, I put boots to asses. Get out of here. Don't do, I don't want to talk.
So you kick them out. So you
I
say
block.
no talk.
I block. I do not do nothing with them whatsoever. I
Well, you
hit.
know what, Bad? You might be doing what's best, because I promise you today, I really seen it. Like it doesn't make sense. If and like you saying, now this is the thing, and this is where I'm different from people. Excuse me. I am a very fair, objective person, and I, especially when it's something that I care about, I'm gonna take the time to look at this thing from both sides, because I can see their point of view and I can get our point of view. But the whole point of me talking to you is to have a debate. Let's discuss this. Help me think about this case in a different aspect. But
Mhm.
when you can't do that in a logical way, you're now wasting my time, and you're too making me look at you in a questionable manner. And three, you making me double down on my own thought that I got this shit right.
Uh-huh.
That I know what the hell I'm talking about, and
You just
all of these
said some,
factors support what I'm saying and not you.
you just said something that was critical, and what I tell, I'm always, when I think about this case, I think about the logical aspect of it. Okay, we can sit up and talk about the legal shit, but let's talk about the infractions. Let's talk about that. The shit
That
that
part.
the laws that these people broke. How can you how do you break the law to enforce the law? Make that
Yeah,
shit make sense.
yeah.
I
Oh, it's
ain't,
definitely that too blessed. That's why they after him.
that,
Chicago ain't gonna give they ain't gonna pull no punches. They gonna stay they gonna stay on your ass. But go ahead, Big Bang.
so I've been determined this a long time ago. I used to sit and listen to the people go and say what they say. And when you bring up a valid point, oh, I didn't see that, or I gotta go back and read that, or they come up with some other goddamn, they pull something else out their ass from somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, but they still don't address. And for me, this is one of my biggest things. Like this, if you gonna have this energy and hostility towards R. Kelly for being who he is, who didn't go out and seek none of these individuals,
None of them.
but you don't have that same fucking air in your chest when it comes to the fucking people who are responsible for these females getting to where they got to.
When you say getting to what, are you talking about? Like what?
I'm talking about like me as a father. I'm responsible for putting my child or my putting my daughter or putting my son in the best, safest situation possible. But these people who's supposed to be the first line of defense when it comes to their daughter,
I got
put
you.
their daughter
But guess why? Because of what I said.
right.
Their agenda is personal. If you were a legally sound, legally, if that's your argument is legal, then it's across the board.
Yeah.
You ain't cutting those cut cards and hold no cut cards for nobody. You want the parents out of there. You
Yeah.
want the judge with all of these denials, and that's another thing. To people and sit up here and act like this legal process was just done in a sound manner and done in a righteous way. They, to say that because something was denied, to think that's right.
Man,
That's
Scott.
what the judge decided to do. That don't mean the judge was right in denying the shit.
Right.
You know what
Do
I'm saying?
you
And
mean
then
to
the
tell
same thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
you mean to tell me that this man ain't had one goddamn lawyer that could put together a motion that could get that
Thank you. Not one.
you
Not
you
one.
mean to tell me now one of these lawyers can put together a goddamn motion that wouldn't get denied.
Not
Every
one.
goddamn motion and got denied from
Thank
damn
you.
to 10 different lawyers. Come on, man.
And you want us to sit up here and believe that, like you saying, they all of them wrote some bullshit, and that the judges did a righteous thing. I'm not buying it. I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid. I don't care if it's red. I'm still not drinking it. I'm not. I'm
Man,
not. I don't think it was done in a legal matter. No, I don't. I think the judges is out to get them. And then the other side stood up here and said, yeah, everything was denied. They denied all that shit. But that's the hit, you stupid people.
right.
That is the framework of the takedown. But they think I'm crazy. Oh, Sky Life is
Now
tripping.
you ain't crazy.
You think it's a takedown. It is. You see it in your face. But guess what? You have a personal agenda against R. Kelly, so you don't care. I'm telling y'all, I don't
What I,
seen the light, Big Vi.
what
I've
I
seen
told you,
it today.
that motherfucker, they sit back, they wish it was them getting picked up at Kenwood. They wish it was
That
them
part.
at the studio. They wish it was
Yes.
them in the what they call it, damn tour bus. They wish it was them. You see,
Yeah.
this is the biggest issue. Half of these people, I'll go out. A lot of these motherfuckers, they was doing grown niggas when they was 15 and 16.
It's
But
people
the
in
thing,
they chat, Vi.
huh?
And I ain't even gonna pull the girl's card. It's a young lady in the chat that admitted that she had kids at the age underage, had sex with her boyfriend or husband or whoever at the age of 15 and 16. But at the same time, and in this same girl's mouth, she will sit up and tell you that she's disturbed by what's going on. But how come you saying Kels had sex with a minor the same
Oh
age, but it's okay for you to do it? Help me understand that. I promise you. And I'm not even trying to be, you know what I'm saying, petty or vindictive and be mean, but that's real shit though. What I'm saying is real. How do you have sex at the age of 15 to 16 and produce a child? Okay. And then you saying R. Kelly has sex with a 15-year-old as well, but it's wrong. Why wasn't it wrong when you did it?
Man.
Because to me, sex with a minor, Big Vine, sex with a minor.
But
You
see,
see
this
what
is
I'm saying?
one thing I say. One thing I say, and I look at this shit, and I tell my people, my family, I say, man, anybody, I say a lot of these people have been victimized, but they never went out to
Yes.
their uncle. They never went out to their
Never.
cousin or whoever did
Never.
it to them. So when they see a poster, when they make R. Kelly the poster child for this alleged action, now everybody's looking to him to say he was my victimizer. He did.
Yeah.
He
And let me
encouraged.
be clear.
He
I'm not the
encouraged people to do this.
yeah. And let me be clear and get it on the record because I don't want nobody thinking that I'm the police for chasing down people who for people having sex underage. I don't give a damn. Okay, that's not my fight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no dog in that fight. My point of saying that is because if you are condemning R. Kelly Kels for doing that act, how do you not condemn yourself? And how do you not condemn your chat mate who is doing the same thing? You have an excuse for her, but you don't have an excuse for nobody else. I forgot because he was over 5 years her age. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. That's what they say. He was over 5 years her age.
Grown is grown, and teen
Minor is
is teen.
minor, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean, because a 15-year-old and a 15-year-old is a 15-year-old. It's
That's
minor sex. Like, help me understand. But
a
let me
50-year-old
put it out
out
there.
with a
I'm not the police for that. I don't care. You know, do y'all teenagers. I'm just saying don't turn federal when the feds walk in. If you was exploring
a
your
15-year-old
sexuality,
out
keep
with an
at it.
8-year-old.
Huh?
Guess what? A 15-year-old with an 18-year-old. That's a crime.
Thank you. It is. And if
So
the parents go and call the wrongs on you and put the papers on you, you going to jail. If they tell on you, you going. Ain't no, because understand this, the Romeo and Juliet law that everybody trying to stamp on, if you read it correctly, it says that the act is still illegal. It's up to the prosecutors determine whether they gonna prosecute or not. So don't be hanging on to the balls of the Romeo Juliet Act because you're gonna be behind them walls talking about it. But that's all I'm saying. I'm saying let because everybody that know, if anybody knew, Skylight does not believe in the age of consent. Okay. I do not believe that 18 should be the reigning and prevailing age. I do not think a 17-year-old is a minor. I don't think a 16-year-old is a minor. I really don't think a 15-year-old is a minor. But I you know what I'm saying? For the sake of argument, I give people that. I believe that young people exploring their sexuality, that's what they doing. And when you put an age of consent in place, you are demonizing and you are criminalizing the act.
mm-hmm.
That's me. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. Okay. Now you all can feel how you want, but I'm just letting you know right there. Okay. Take a picture of it, screenshot it, record it, but get it right. Quit trying to water me down and act like I don't have an understanding of what I'm saying. Go ahead, Big Bang.
And they say young black girls and women of color are the most uh non are the most forgot about
Yeah.
people. And that's a lie. The most forgot about person in this fucking country is a young black man.
Mm-hmm.
Listen at what this man R. Kelly had to go through in his upbringing. That no one was never brought charges against
Now,
for what
now,
they did
see,
to him.
See, now you cracking and facking. Okay, now you know I like that now because that's the next part. We ain't even get on the part of the sexual abuse and the mental health. Okay, because that was going to be a whole nother segment, because I got to pull up that paperwork from Bonjean, and I'm going to read all of that shit that she was saying about him functioning at a first, second, and third grade level. We reading all that. Okay, and that's another thing. You people out here are so fake and phony. And how do you call yourself an educated individual when you can't put all the pieces on the table? You have to be able to put all of the pieces on the table and be able to analyze them as a set. How, as a human being, an educated person, when you know a mental health issue affects the situation, when you know a learning disability affects the situation, and you even have kids that have mental illness and learning disabilities, and you still sit up here with a biased manner, and you still act like R.Kelly has no grace from any of that. I have no respect for you, okay? I have to be able to sleep at night. You cannot tell me that him being sexually abused from the age of 7 to 12, and I can't get it word for word, but she said weekly this boy was being sodomized. Not 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds in a case, a 7-year-old kid. That's a kid.
And then this being done to you by people who you think supposed to protect you.
And your people knew about it. You can't tell. I think the brother also was getting abused, but for some reason, I don't think that they was getting it like Kels was getting hit from what we see once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see what I'm saying? Somehow they didn't stop this man from getting to the brother, or they was okay with it. We don't know. But once a week, that's sick, G. That's sick, G. And these people sit up there and act like it that has no effect to him in his life now.
No. And I tell people, you gotta listen. And I think even with a lot of that, I like to hear him talk. I like to watch his interviews. And that love the interview, like documentary, like the way that he talk about certain things. And like I brought up a couple weeks ago, I said, so you mean to tell me when this guy, all throughout his teenage years, all the way up until he was 24, then the allegations came about the Leah. He started getting the Leah allegations. He's about 26, 27. So you mean to tell me they don't talk about from when he was 16, 17, dealing with Carlita Hodges, all these old ass women. They don't talk about none of that.
No, they ain't gonna talk about that.
So
No.
he just wait till he get 24, 25, 26, and then decide, oh, I want to go start dealing with 15, 16-year-old females. Like, if he has that mindset, he has that mindset all the time. It would have never been dealing with older women all the way up to 25, 26 years old. Then all of a sudden, you ain't turned on by older women no more. You just want 15, 16,
you
preteen.
facking and cracking. You facking and cracking, big guy.
That shit just it don't work that way.
It don't. Because if he was the P word, that's all he would want. You see what I'm saying? They don't even understand that. See, that's why I'm glad you up here and you talking, you cracking and facking, because that's a fact. You don't turn the P word on and off. You either like kids, prepubescent teens means pre-puberty, not no big ass grown 14 and 15-year-old girl on her period. No, stupid. That's not what a P word likes. He don't like them. He wants a prepubescent kid. When Kels was 7, the guy who was knocking him down was the P word. Okay? But you all have to sensationalize everything. And I get it. Y'all have nothing else. Because clearly most of y'all don't have a life. I saw that today. You know what I'm saying? There's people hating on me in my personal life. But understand, we'll get into the psychology of that. But back to this case. I like how you said that. They don't want to talk about the older women that he was knocking down. They just want to come with the quote unquote young adults who lied about their age. That's what they want to talk about. And they have an excuse for that too. He should have stopped after he found out her age. What? The damage was done, stupid. I mean, what do
What,
you mean? He should
what
have
do you
stopped.
call stopping her if I send her ass out of my presence and ain't that stopping?
Tuh.
I
And then
sent
the
her out.
parents send her back.
That's why I said what I said. He sent her away.
Thank
What did the parents do to convince, coerce, persuade him that yeah, my daughter is really 18 years old? Did they show a birth certificate that they could have doctored up? What
thank
else
you.
did they show besides that fake ID that they showed at the hotel? We know they showed a fake ID at the hotel. It came out in court.
Yep.
So what else did they produce to show him that yeah, my daughter is 18? If that was the case, it could be a situation like you said as well. Shit, they just here go a letter to this person, and all of a sudden that main person that you all signed your daughter over to, we haven't heard from.
This is the thing. And this is what has to be discussed. And it's questionable in regards to what happened at that door. We're getting contradicting stories. But see, that's the whole problem with this case. If it's so cut and dry, somebody is lying. Either the daddy's lying, the daughter's lying. Same thing for Rashana. Either she lying or her mama was lying. They testimonies didn't even add up. That's what I'm saying. But you all are sitting here quoting this stuff verbatim. You all are reading this stuff into the chats. But it's not, they're not even on the same page.
Man, Sky, when I seen that, when Jennifer asked them about their immunity agreement, and they said that the government determines whether their testimony is truthful and credible, I didn't want to hear shit else from them. That means y'all finna sit on this stand and say whatever y'all can do to save y'all ass.
Thank you. Oh yeah, they don't care.
If R.Kelly get found not guilty, that means that immunity that the star witness in Chicago and her mama got would have been revoked.
Oh, now that's deep. Ooh.
You gotta understand that. I think I sent you the thing on Instagram.
I saw it, but I need the citing because you know what? I need to go read the whole thing because I saw what you sent me, but I was like, where's the page numbers and stuff? That's what I was trying to find.
Asked her, who's determining? So the government determined. The government told her they determine whether your testimony is truthful and X, Y, and Z. She said, and she agreed. Say yeah. So who was making that determination? That if they find out, then they threaten the mom and the daughter too. Say if they find out, if it comes out that your testimony that you told lies, basically in your testimony, there will be consequences.
But they
So
had already lagged. That's why they had immunity. You see what I'm saying? So they was on they had them hooked up anyway because they saying that they changed their story from the first time that they testified in front of the grand jury. So they looking like, well, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Did you get down with him or did you not get down with him? Did he knock you down? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. This stuff ain't as cut as dry as they think. And then the mama story ain't matching the daughter story.
And then the add-ons ain't matching the story. You got the government come out and say that the tapes were altered and manipulated. Then the star tape, the key tape that they say that the key tape that stemmed from the 2008 trial, video 4, never even made it to court.
Mm-hmm.
So what video did you get clips from? Because they say the Homeland Security took clips of the 3 videos that came from Jim Derogatis and Michael Avenatti.
Yeah, clips. That's
so
some crap.
Then you come out and say, well, the witness is going to authenticate. How can a witness authenticate a tape who already said that she wasn't on the tape prior to in 2008?
because it's depending on what story you want to believe. What's up, baby girl? 310. It depends on what story do you want to believe. Do you want to believe what she stated the first time or the second time to the grand jury? I mean, that's what I'm saying. This stuff is crazy.
Not
If
the
people
second
do
time,
not
not just
get
the
this,
grand jury.
uh,
That family have met with the grand jury on several occasions from 2008 up until 2019. They had been meeting with the grand jury on every time the man was being investigated on countless times throughout the years.
yeah, but you
People never
say that.
talked.
No, go ahead.
I said, yeah, people never talked about these other times that the grand that these that her and her family was giving statements to the grand jury when they was investigating him.
Get the
They
likes up.
only they only became a part of this when the fucking they told these people, look, man, you can get up to 13-20 million if you participate.
Oh yeah, but wasn't she going for what? Did it say 13 million?
13 million, but when they added it all up, Jennifer said roughly $20 million. So where did the other 7 million come from?
Girl,
What
bye.
let's be smart like this, Sky. Let me hold something right. Let me hold something. This what boss baby telling the federal government. Let me hold something. You can
Right.
afford you put 10,000 on his book. Now you, your mama, your dad, your brother, y'all got up to 80,000 in PPP loan. But that's what they're gonna say. So you gonna give him 10,000 on his books in 20 in 2018, whatever, 19. You in the beginning of 2019, you go put 54,000 on a lawyer. You go spend another 10,000 on an independent pediatrician to do an independent evaluation. You spend another 10,000. Where all this money coming from? That they got to give you Section 8.
That part. But why the question to me greater is she's a victim. She was harmed. So why is she still in an entanglement to this day with R.Kelly? He harmed her.
You talking
He
about
hurt
tie her
her.
hands behind her back? No, you tied your own motherfucking hands behind your back.
Right, right. I'm just like, this stuff is crazy. And let's talk about, because before this time run out, we got to talk about these disclaimers. Oh my God. I gotta make a comment about this. Disclaimers, my God. A disclaimer is a disclaimer. I have a disclaimer in my description right now, and it says something to the means of the views of Skylife are solely her views, and the views of others are solely their views. But people, do you understand that if I am negligent or do something illegally in a certain way, somebody's gonna come and sue my ass? Do you understand? If I offend a population, they're gonna sue my ass. A disclaimer is a disclaimer. It's something for you to be aware of, to take heed to, but it comes down to negligence and legality. The same thing for them saying that there was in the BOP emails, at the bottom of the email, there was a warning saying that um you have no expectation of privacy. What doesn't say that? It still comes down to negligence and legality. Okay, as somebody told you guys, I'm a landlord. I could put in the contract, a legally binding contract that you gonna sign and I'm gonna sign. I could put in the contract that the fee for cleaning your unit is $1 million when you leave. Now, if you a goddamn fool if you think the judge is gonna enforce that because it's in a contract, people.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention. That's not how it works. The same thing I gave an example earlier on Angie's channel. When you take your car to a paid parking lot, you're going to always see the small writing. And in that writing, it's going to say the words, "We are not responsible for any items lost or stolen from your vehicle." You're going to see that. You're also going to see some stuff about getting your car towed. But understand this, when you pay the parking lot to take your car in, they are accepting possession of your car and they are liable for your shit. So yes, they can have the little words saying that, but trust and believe, if somebody breaking your car, you have a legal ground. People, a disclaimer is a disclaimer. Same thing for no trespassing. If I say no trespassing on my property and you trespass, it's still up to me. It's just a disclaimer. And the law might say you ain't get them off the land correctly. You see what I'm saying? You ain't run them off right. It comes down to the circumstances.
Right.
Okay.
And I tell people that about, when you have when you taking a concealed carry class and they teach you about when you can
Preach.
use deadly force and when you can't use deadly force. And
Preach.
what you just said about the trespassing. You
Yeah.
catch somebody trespassing on your yard don't mean you got the free will to just lay
Preach.
down.
I don't care what sign you got up there. What disclaimer sign that says no trespassing? No, you cannot bang them out. You cannot. You cannot. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, this is my thing with the legal people. Stay legal. Quit trying to pick up other little things outside of the legal world to latch on to, because you look ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? They trying to say this is okay because that was down there, so that means he should have knew. No, if I go on my bank website right now, you better believe that little small print that I can't see even with my glasses on is telling me that something. You know what I'm saying? That if some money come out my account that they ain't respond, they gonna have it's some shit down there. I promise you, and it's a disclaimer. But you best believe if somebody hacking their system, big bad, I'm gonna run the bag up. You best believe that.
Because at the end of the day, you doing business with me.
Thank you.
So you still can be held accountable.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. These people.
I ain't smart guy, but I'm telling you, since I've been dealing with this shit that's been going on, I've educated myself a lot.
No, you have. You on point. And see, the being able, see, people don't say you're not smart because you are. You're able to process and understand things. That's what a smart person is. And it's also a matter of intelligence. Because when you're able to take this piece and put it with that piece and analyze it and come up with a summary or I don't know the word I'm looking for, but basically a conclusion, that's what I'm trying to say, of what's going on, that's intelligence. But when you don't want to be honest about this shit and you can't pull out the discrepancies in this case from both sides, you're full of shit. I'm just done with these people. I'm done.
People don't know how. I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing is this. And this is the biggest problem in life that a lot of people have. And this is the biggest thing that costs people their life, costs people their freedom, and it's their fucking feelings that they can't detach from situation that has no impact on them.
Uh-huh.
When you can't take your feelings out, when you can't separate your personal feelings from a situation and say, you know what? Well, that ain't right. Or maybe I was wrong. The reason why I'm able to do and look at shit the way I look at it logically is because guess what? I'm not emotionally attached to this shit.
Right. We're not emotionally attached. Yeah.
And that's the problem. When it comes to Kel, when you look at all the people that talk about him and against him, those people have like they mad it wasn't them.
Oh yeah. They big mad.
You
Big
know,
mad.
so
Yeah.
that's why I say I can't sing with you, I can't dance with you, I can't talk with you. I ain't got a minute for you, not even a second. I don't want to fuck with you.
And I like your stance on that. And that's the only thing that we kind of different on, because I want to penetrate you. You see what I'm saying? I want to know where your mind is at. I want to know what you thinking, and I want to really, because I'm convinced I'm convinced that I'm right in this shit. You see what I'm saying? I don't care what type of person Kels is. I feel like I'm analyzing this situation correctly, and when it comes down to in a proper manner. And when I talk to these people and they can't sway me, get me to understand where I'm wrong.
You
You
know
see what
what?
I'm saying?
But you know what you can do. You know the thing about yourself and people like myself. We can admit when we wrong.
Yes, there you go.
That's
That part.
that's the difference.
Yep. You
Some of these
right.
people can't admit when they wrong. They
Right.
can't. They don't want to be accountable for maybe I misspoke this or maybe I misquoted it or
Mm-hmm.
whatever situation may be, and that's the difference. Like I like to listen to the debates. I like to listen to it, but am I gonna do it? Hell no, because I don't like to get that. I don't like for people to come and try to take me off of my thought process because, like you say, you know you right because you hold yourself accountable. That's why you know you right. Because
Yeah.
if you was wrong, you're gonna be the first person to call yourself out and say, you know what, Sky fucked up. I said something that was wrong. I hear you do it sometime when you say, look, I misquoted something. You
Yeah.
know, you can do that. A
Yep.
lot of these people that dislike R. Kelly, they cannot say, you know
Uh-uh.
what, I was wrong about this.
No.
I ain't know the mama was texting or this, that,
I heard
third.
one person, and it was surprisingly Larry was the one who came back and said, I didn't know that. And now that I'm looking at this, then he broke it down. That's the one person over there, but nobody else have I heard backtrack, restate, fall back, any of that when it came down to them text messages, none of that stuff. But and they still can't place that blame correctly. They'll go and say they'll still somehow get it to the point of the mama sent the girl into the situation, but still Kale should have stopped messing with her once he found out she was 17, but he kept going. You see what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
still got to find a way to you know what I'm saying, to make him wrong in a situation where he was right. There's no way he did anything wrong in that situation outside of taking the girl to get fingerprinted and taking her to the Department of Public Health vital records and pulling up her birth certificate. That's the only thing he did wrong. But you want to tell me that's what he got to do? You don't do that. Like I tell them all the time, I'm old as dust right now. Okay, never has a guy came to me and asked me my age. Not once in my thousands of years of dating. Okay,
Nah,
not once. They
that's
ain't asked for my ID. They ain't asked none of that. I'm sorry, I'm lying. They asked my age just out of curiosity, not to see if I was no minor or no, you know what I'm saying? Not none of that, but they asked my age, but they ain't asked me to prove it because I still don't look my age, right?
no, heck, no, heck no,
They ain't
man.
check no ID. They ain't say, Scott, let me see your ID.
No. I
That's
told my mama
what I'm saying.
that. I remember telling my mama I was like 16, 17, 16, about to be 17. And this is another reason why we was having problems. You know, because I told my I was talking to a woman. This woman is 33 years old. And, you know, I'm not thinking nothing wrong with it. So I tell my mama, you know,
Right,
my
right,
mom, oh, this BITCH finna go to jail. I'm like,
right,
why she going to jail? Cause you're mine. I'm like, shit, I'm a willing participant though. Like,
right. You like, I want to knock it down. I want to knock it down.
you see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So that woman, I see her sometime when I go back to my hometown. We laugh about that because I told like my mama finna send you to jail.
Baby,
Like,
you was going to Penn State. Okay, not
but
pass and go. You
but
was
you
going
know,
to Penn
it
State.
still to this day, like things like that. And this is why I can look at the situation with Kel the way I look at it because still to this day with me, I'm older now, but I gravitate more to older women. Like I don't date girls like in my age range or younger than me. Most girls I date now that I'm in my early 30s, they gonna be in their 40s. You know, that's just what
Yeah,
I prefer. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, and that's been a thing with me since I was 16, 17 years old.
Well, it's the thing. It comes down to like you just quoted. If mama tell you going to jail,
Yeah. Yeah, she almost rained on my parade. I was like,
Oh, baby, she was raining on the whole city. If she'd have went and told on that lady, baby, they would have, man, she'd
I
have been
would
in
have.
the newspaper. All that. They would have been like, they'd have told that lady up. Had trying to get on the young boy going to school, and this old lady trying to.
And she the one who told me, say, this how you can get out of that situation. And that's what I did to get out of the situation. I went to the office and told my, I didn't like it though. And
Wow.
it shit happened, but
Because it's basically sound like they tried to like somewhat emancipate you, you
yeah,
know?
like this woman, if I would have been the damn fool, I would have been living with this woman.
Oh, Lord.
But I just wouldn't. I wouldn't that much of a fool.
And see, this is my thing, and that's why this is where the funny part why I kind of agree with the other side. I don't morally like older men or older women, vice versa, but it's really a little bit hypocritical because I don't like older guys myself, but I don't believe in the old young scenario. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me put it like that. But I'm not gonna be dating no old man, no. So don't get it clear because people be like, "You said you don't like." No, I ain't dating no old ass man. I like younger guys, but I ain't dating no 20-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Don't because
No
they be
old
like, "See,
ass
I
man.
said she no. I ain't dating no granddad.
Nah.
No, because I don't act my age. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could tell. I don't act my age. I don't look my age. I don't act my age. The game I win when I go to the fairs is the one where the people got to guess your age. And you spin a thing and they got to guess your age in between 10 years or something. I win every
Yeah,
time. Okay.
man. Hey, I'm telling you, go in that, and that's just a result of you living a stress free life. Living
Sucker
your
free,
life.
baby.
You
Staying
know
sucker
what I mean?
free.
Living your life. And that's why a lot of the people on the other side look like they look, cause they
Yeah.
so worried about other motherfuckers' lives.
Ooh.
They done
Now
lost their life.
you
You
facking
know.
and you cracking. They are so pressed because let me tell you something. As much as I support Kels and I don't give a damn what nobody talking about, he can come out here and say, Skylife, you ain't have to do nothing for me. I don't like you. I don't care because I'm still will support him because I feel like this whole thing is unjust.
It's
My
in
thing is this: these
just
people know this paperwork word for word. You talking about I ain't got no life. What?
man.
You talking about I'm miserable? What?
But the thing
You
I was telling
pressed.
the guys on my channel, I said, and that's why on my channel we had a guy panel, whatever. But in jail, they have something called a paperwork party. R.Kelly may not be the best, but when them inmates get together and they go through that paperwork and read it, he understands the bullshit that done went on too.
Yeah, yes, he does. Yes. Yes, he does. And I'm talking about people like this. But see, and understand this, I learned, and I ain't gonna say I learned this, I've been to it. It's psychology. People have to say stuff about you to
Mm-hmm.
make themselves feel better. That's the psychology behind the hate. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
they got to say something about Kels to feel like they're for some reason in a better situation or they're a better person or they're doing something better than what he is to make themselves, to elevate themselves. Okay. That's all that's about. And that's all that's about when people hate on you and talk about you. That's all it is. You know?
Hypnotized with hatred, as Unc say. They hypnotized with hatred.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't, they never, like I say, man, they need to go out and tell their mama what Uncle Junebug did to them.
Did to him.
You know what I'm saying? Do you
Yeah.
remember? Do you remember the New York trial? Right when the one lady from the other side, yeah, she was into it with Sly Fox, and she on in front of the news camera. R.Kelly supporters are bullying, and said something. She say, "Well, I'm a victim myself." That's the problem right there.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Your personal and I hate to say it because they think I'm cold blooded, but I'm directing to the point. Your personal situation has absolutely nothing to do with this case, and I can't be so real and so clear and direct about it. It has absolutely nothing to do with this case outside of how you processing this. On when it comes to relevancy to everybody else, it's a non-factor. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with. It doesn't make the quote unquote victim stories more valid. Okay, on your side it does, but in reality it doesn't. Okay, in real life, your victimization doesn't make theirs any greater or more believable or more truthful. Like, that's what they don't get. Like, this stuff is, one doesn't connect to the other. It is apples and cherries.
Right. They be quick to say, well, why
Right.
the hell you look, did you know that they lift the statute of limitation up? You can go and get whoever did this to you.
Yeah.
You
They
know, you
changed
gotta
it
keep
to get
them,
R. Kelly.
yeah.
Go reach back and go get your
Oh,
offender.
yeah. You ain't gotta keep sitting there Thanksgiving with him and
Yeah. And eating. So you gotta scoop his macaroni on the spoon and put it in his mouth. You don't want to keep doing that.
but see, sometimes you look at them people, man, them people that have been in them situations and they adjusted to them situations, and they in the psychological trauma that comes behind it when you don't
Oh,
address it is you become adapted to it.
you
So you
do.
start to look at it as this is okay. This is
Yes.
normal. So now your abuser is not looking at it like an abuser no more. This is your man.
Yep. And now you start projecting that on R. Kelly. Less
See what I'm
everybody else is demonizing them, so let me stomp them too, because somebody did me wrong sexually. So I'm gonna stomp him too, even though I need to do it to my own offender. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad part about it, because I might, speak unjust about it, but it's not funny. But y'all, people really need to go, like they said, kids need to get the help they need. No, you need to get the help you need. You
saying?
really need to get that, go talk to a therapist. Hey, I talk to a therapist. When I stop my projects, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that money and I'm gonna sit down with a therapist, because I'm going through a lot of changes in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing myself being somebody else, you know what I'm saying, moving in a better direction. So I gotta understand what the hell I'm doing. Like, everybody needs to talk to a therapist, but R. Kelly didn't do it. That's all we could say. He didn't knock you down. Okay. He didn't do it. And stop the self-hate. I mean, it's personal. These people have personal agendas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think, was it something else? So we about to get out of here. It's going on 2 hours. Did I cover everything? Uh you heard about them trying to give him all that time, right? They trying to basically frame up. Okay, it was. Did you hear the reading? And when she read it, the government was basically saying everything that was salacious. They were saying everything that was sexual. I lost Big Bang. They were saying everything that was salacious, everything that was sexual, trying to, sensationalize the situation in regards to the sex acts that they are quoting. That Jojo, where you been? Where you been? You gonna come right at the end of the live? You better catch me on the next one, Jojo. Houston in the building. Um, so they were trying to say every salacious act, and that's to sensationalize the situation, because the thing is this: you got him found guilty of sexual abuse of a minor. Okay, you got your charge. So why beef it up? You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Jojo.
Yes, indeed. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there just going back and forth with their asses, man. Like I was telling you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, y'all. Andrew still alive?
Yeah, man. We just we just try to play it out in court again.
Okay,
And
okay,
you got to go back and listen to the replay because shit, man. They
okay.
mad at me because I be going in.
Yeah, oh, I know. You and Levi, because I know when I had started the lab, y'all was still over there. I'm like, dang, they still going.
Yes, indeed. But where we at right here? Because I want to touch on just maybe about 10, 15 minutes and I'll be up out of here.
No, we was talking. Let me give you the rundown. I basically found out today that their arguments over there don't make sense. Okay, so Jojo, I asked two questions. Okay, now Angie came real. Angie came off that legal chair and came real. My question was, do you think that the documentary affected R. Kelly's presumption of innocence in his trial? That was question one.
Mm-hmm.
My second question was, would if do you think, and I said, if it was you, would you want a documentary done about you prior to your trial?
Okay.
The answer came back from the other people, no and no.
What?
Now,
What?
how are
What?
you gonna say no, but then on the other sense, come back and say that you wouldn't want one done to you because it's embarrassing? So if it's embarrassing, that means it's making effect to the public about you.
That's
So if
very
it's
interesting.
making an effect to the public about you, why is it not the same thing to happen in the R. Kelly?
And here's the thing. It. Hey, what's up, big boy? Big boy. But here's the thing. It played a huge part in it, and a lot of people don't. They don't want to look at it they looking at it from a legal standpoint. I'm looking at it from a broader and vigorous way.
Thank you.
It brings attention. That's one thing. Let's deal with that documentary, a documentary that you call
Mm.
it. Okay, that is to bring the people awareness to focus on a subject matter, meaning Rob. They're focusing on him, and they know what they're doing. But see, I think a lot of people ain't catch this. No one paid attention to when Kim Fox came out and put the 1-800 number out. Okay, let's deal with that. Let's deal with that aspect of it. Here's what I ask everybody, and it goes unsought. As heinous as they say he is, and such a criminal element to society, why did not one person from that 1-800 number that they used? Is anybody thinking about that?
Oh, we just talked about that. It's funny because you running back what me and Big Bad just ran down. We ate up Kim Fox. We talked
No
about that
one.
one eight
No
hundred
one.
number.
Not one person.
Mm-mm.
But what you did have, you had the element of the documentary.
Yes.
All of those people came out.
Yeah.
You
And
see,
my
this
question
is this
was,
is a
Jojo,
construct. Go ahead.
no, my question, I'm just gonna add this in. My question was, why didn't she take them creditable people and run her case with that?
You know why? Because see, what you're dealing with something far greater than what we're looking at, and that's what me and Levi was over there speaking about. You're dealing with elements of human life, for as how they put it together, the laws that you're not going to be able to see. But what they do, this is what these people do. They will indoctrinate you on exactly what they want you to believe. They
Mm-hmm.
indoctrinate you and they do it so sophisticated that you don't even know you're doing it. And then you have people with these arguments saying, okay, we're going to base this based upon what's in these documents. These documents are their documents. I don't know why people don't understand this.
Well, wait, Jojo, right there, right there. That's what I forgot to say. I was gonna make a comment on that. How come it is a persuasive argument when Bonjean says it, but when it's the government readings, it's the Bible? Help me out, Flipperachi.
That's
Help
what
me
I'm
out.
saying. See, that's the beauty of this, and that's what they're scared about. You're gonna have to have someone that understand their lingo, their language, because this is a
Yes.
more cultural thing than anything. In
Yes.
order to put together and take apart something that you did design, you're gonna have to go back to the designer.
Thank you.
Meaning, she understands it because she's part of the fabric that
Yes.
designed it.
Thank you.
You're gonna have to deal with it in those aspects. And
Yep.
she understands how it's put together.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because they shared it with her. And when I mean that, I know that kind of, that's a broad statement. She understands her own culture and how they put these laws together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You could be the spook that's set by the door, but you don't get all the information.
Thank you.
But if you're a part of that fabric, you
Yeah.
understand exactly what's going on.
Yes, sir.
But when they put you through their academian achievements and give you these certain things, colored folks, they give you exactly what they want you to have to what? Keep their system strengthened.
Thank you.
Meaning you're going to go out here, you're going to propagate, and you're going to strengthen my system just by what I'm teaching you. But I'm not going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you exactly what I want you to have to what? Go out here and do my deeds.
Do my agenda. There
Yes, that's how it's put together. See, they don't like when I go in like this.
Nah.
It scares people because see what it does. It puts the finger back on you
Right.
because you are a part of their fabric without not being sold in.
Yes.
They
And
just bring you in.
yes. And
You
like
have to
I said,
understand that.
I said at the big va. I said, but you cracking and you facking that because it's they're part of the agenda, and you could tell by the response and you not being able to have when you can't even clarify your own stance or something and it's not logical, then you know you part of the agenda. And that's the sad part about it is today
Absolutely. They've
I
done an excellent job on us.
excellent
Because,
job.
see, here's the thing they know exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
They study us, they study the hell out of us. They don't have to do the work anymore. It's like a well tooled machine. They allow us to do the work for them. And all they do is sit back and reap the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I say it.
They don't have to destroy us anymore. We're destroying ourselves. And that's why I say they've done an excellent job on us.
What they call it back in the day, they call it sharecropping.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
they give us the seeds and we raise the farm.
It's just like this, man. When we was free from being slaves, we didn't know where to go. We walked down the street aimlessly. And what we end up doing, being what you just said, sharecroppers to what? They gave us a little piece of the cornbread.
Mm-hmm.
What? To strengthen what? They crops and do all of that because we know how to do that. Well, they sit back and just reap the benefits. It's that simple, man. And I'm sorry I got over here late, but I was over there just breaking them off, man. You know, I had to get in there and do my time, man.
Now
And
break them off because we gonna come back.
we're gonna have a part two. Let's do a part two.
Oh, we
Let's do a
definitely doing
part
that.
two. Let's
And
do a part two.
we coming, we talking about these color folks. We gonna talk about this violence in the black community. We
Absolutely.
talking about the color folks being irresponsible. I mean, we doing it all. So
Yeah, I just had to come over here and show my love. What's up, big boy?
Yo city, I'm in your city.
You break it up. You break it up. You break it up.
I said I'm in your city
Oh yeah, how long
tomorrow.
you gonna be here?
Tomorrow, Saturday, I'm leaving Sunday. So
Oh, okay. Hey. Goddamn. You
y'all
got
can
my
put in
email?
y'all can put it in the back private
Yeah,
channel,
I'm finna put it in the private chat.
and y'all can catch up. But
Yeah,
yeah, thank
absolutely.
you for coming
I
over.
had to, I just had to do my little old time over there, and shit, they people over there, man.
I'm
Lord
telling
have
I
mercy.
can't the cover came off today for me, Flipperachi,
Oh,
because
hey, I already know. That's why I did my little old time. You don't hear me though.
yeah, it's blown. The cover's blown, and I see everything clearly now.
You don't hear me though. I did my little old time. Wait till you hear the replay. Oh, you gotta hear that replay. You gotta hear that replay. You have to hear that replay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
listen
gotta
to
go
it.
listen to the end part of that replay. Oh, man, shit, man. I had to pat myself on the back.
So you got off her. I love
Oh
it.
my God. And it was all in perspective. It wasn't no
Yeah,
rah-rah. It was all in perspective.
yeah, I like that.
It was a
I like
beautiful
that.
thing. It was a beautiful thing, man. I
I'm gonna
mean,
go watch it
shit.
as soon as I get off of here.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's what you do.
I love it because OG, you probably don't even understand, but I look up to you, and you are very knowledgeable. And see, I love even in Big Vi, I look up to him too because whenever somebody could look at things at a different perspective and make me say, "Wow,
Oh,
okay, let's look at it
absolutely,
like this,"
absolutely,
I love it. I love a thinker.
absolutely. I got you. I got you, baby.
All right, all right, all right. Most
Well, you
definitely.
know, well, hey Sky, hook it up and let me know. You know, shoot me that kite, and I'm ready. I'm ready to go in, man, because this is what I've been saying. But you just let me know.
Yep, I got you. I'm about to write both of y'all numbers down too.
Yes, indeed. This is huge. I peeped that. It's all good though.
Yeah, we gonna
It's all
chop it
good.
up.
Yes, indeed.
Well,
Yes, indeed.
our people so crazy though, man. They don't understand. You know, when these like Unc said, you gotta. It's a well-oiled machine now. It is us working against us.
Yeah, and they do it so pervasively. I mean, it's right there in your face. But you gotta understand. Like I said, you have to understand what you're looking at. And
Right.
then these people will tell off on themselves real easy, man. I'm just like shit. I just sit back and let them put the noose over their head and just kick the chair from under their ass. It's that simple with me. And see, they don't. When I get, not to toot my own whistle, but when I start speaking on it, they can't handle it because it's real shit. And I don't come with no hypothesis. I'm asking you. I'm just challenging what you're saying.
That's it. That's it. Can you justify to me your stance? That's what I was telling Big Bad. You know, Big Bad, he ain't on full with him. I'm challenging you on your stance. What is
Man,
your
these people,
stance?
they would
And
try to use.
legitimize it.
They'll try to use exactly what these folks taught them,
Huh?
and
Yes.
I put them in a corner when they do that, and they don't
Yes.
like that, and then
Yeah,
it
I like to
becomes
hear y'all do it.
combative.
I
He
like
said,
to
I
hear
like to
y'all.
hear y'all do
I
it.
like to hear y'all do it because I tried to, but see, that's why I tell people I don't do the internet the back and forth because I just not saying that I can't debate with people. I just my temperament ain't set up for it.
Right, right, right.
So
That's
I don't do it. I don't get
you're
involved. I
gonna
don't.
you're gonna develop it. I promise. I see it in you. You're gonna develop it.
Yeah, you will.
You're gonna develop. Listen, man. When I first heard you, man, what I told you, you ain't got to speak on it right here. I said just keep doing it. I said just keep dropping them hoes like Jordans. You're gonna be good.
Hell yeah.
Most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah.
Then y'all have them blessings from you and Levi and other people, man, is what really keep me in this, that kept me in this fight. And then I started thinking about it. I look at myself. I look at my son who lost his mama. That I gotta raise him. So I gotta raise him in a world
You're gonna be good, bro.
full of everything. So I gotta be able to instill in him that same type of try to emulate that love his mama would give him, even though I can't replace it. But also I gotta love him as a man and let him know what this world is do to you. You know,
Absolutely.
this world don't owe you nothing, but it will cost you everything.
Absolutely.
And every
Absolutely.
time you say that, Vat, you touch my heart because that is the saddest
Absolutely.
thing in the world. Because a mama, well, I always need daddy. I love daddy, but mama, oh my God, the
Hmm.
Yeah.
loss of a
That's
mama.
where the love at. That's where the
That's where the
love at.
love
That's
is
where the
at.
nurturing comes from.
Right.
Yes.
Uh,
I
Oh,
heard
that
you saying that the other night. I was listening to you when you was giving them that history lecture, and they said you people starting to wonder why these people are these other races starting to become so athletic. Their bodies and they development is becoming. He say it's starting to pay off. Them sucking on the black titty back in
you
the
see,
60s.
generation. It just dropped down. It just keep following down, and that's genetics.
Their
It's
genetics.
genetics.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
listening to you the other night. I said, oh, speaking over there, a lot of them is probably going over
Oh,
their head.
absolutely, man. But we like minds, man. That's why I've always admired you and told you to keep pushing, man. Don't get discouraged. Just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Just keep doing you. And as you can see, it's all popping now. And we're gonna put together something big, man. I got some shit, man. It's some huge shit. I'm working on it. I've just been sitting back and just waiting for the right time, man. So I want you to keep doing your thing. And Sky, we got chop game because it's all real in the field. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And thank y'all. I had to come over here and before you get up out here. I was watching because I had all my devices on and shit. I said, let me get up out of here. I done already fucking disturbed this shit over here. Let me get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying?
So you done already broke it up over there.
Yeah, but you gotta go back and listen to it because it was very like listen. Go, I'm gonna tell you, go back and listen to the last before Levi got off, me and Levi, and then
Okay.
we did a satire. Like, okay, let's play this out. We're gonna play this out.
Oh, I missed it. I love that type of stuff. Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, and then you'll see. I say, hey, we letting the jurors figure this out. Let's not go back to what has happened because if we're doing satire, this is new. Don't revert back to what has happened. This is fresh and brand new. And that's what I was trying to explain. This is satire. Meaning, look, we're playing this out right now.
Yeah.
It's fresh. It's fresh. But hey, like I said, I'm not a juror. But I think I convinced the jurors.
Right. I'm about to go listen to it. And y'all,
Right.
let me say that too. JoJo, y'all put y'all channels in there.
Man,
It's keep
you
speaking.
know, I'm keep speaking. You know, the speaking is not ing. It's just an n on the end after the k. Keep. That's KEEP SPEAKN. That's it.
Big Buy, shout yours out. Is he gone? Big Buy Opinion is Buy's channel. Chi-Town is in here. Chi-Town Finest. She has a channel. Y'all can put y'all links in the chat. Miss Lady T, she was in here. MZ LADYT. I think it's
Indeed.
TEE. She has a channel.
Indeed.
I think that's it that came in today.
Hey, listen. We gonna just hit me up. You got me. You got me.
Yep. We're
All
gonna
right.
chop it. And thank you for coming over.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Y'all
All
have
right.
a good night.
Take
Good
care.
morning. Good morning, brother.
Right. Good morning.
I'm out of here.
Okay.
All right.
All right, y'all. So we gonna shout out to JoJo and Big Bad for coming up. We are going to break up out of here. We reaching the 2-minute mark. Well, let me put the link down just in case somebody want to come in and close it out. But bottom line is this, people. Yeah, and Judge Lemon Weather, whatever, Lemonhead, he he doesn't like kills. If people can't see that, and he's having a legal pissing match with Bonjean, and the crazy part is this, because he's throwing shots in the paperwork, and it seems like the ones Bonjean was throwing getting cute too, but her stuff was funny. So to come in and try and be evil and say some stuff, you know what I'm saying? You the judge, so in the situation, you kind of got the final word until it goes to the appellate court. But understand this, people, the ops is gonna try to, when the government paperwork and even Bonjean's paperwork is a persuasive argument, meaning that they are writing to persuade the judge and us and everybody else to believe their argument. Okay. But the part that I found the contradiction in is when we, even people like myself, we sit down and think about this and we come up with a narrative, a persuading argument. Okay. And they say that we're crazy and we making stuff up. But how come your persuading argument is valid, but the one we come up with isn't? It does, I don't understand. They try to do everything to minimize us, but people understand this. It's over when there are no more legal moves to be made for R.Kelly. That's when it's finito. That's when we're going to have to sit back and take whatever time is in place at that time. But right now, we don't. We don't have to flinch. We don't have to fold. They ain't swayed us no particular way. Okay, because it's still legal moves to make. Okay, and like they saying, he is locked up legally, so we playing on the legal board. How many more moves does he have to play on the legal board? The hell with what you say and the hell with what you think. I don't care how much time he got convicted to. I don't care how much time he gonna get convicted to in February. Because guess what? There's a still legal moves to be made. It's a legal process. And guess what? At the end, after the legal moves, guess what? God has the final say. God damn it. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that like that. But y'all understand what I'm saying. And that's GOT, damn it. So yes, I can say it. God damn it. The Lord has the final say in all of this. I don't care what legal moves is made. God has the final move. Okay. What y'all talking about. But thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. You guys hit the like on the way out. Make sure you guys go watch my other videos. I don't care if you watch them. Go hit the like button and then go on about your business. I mean, it'd be nice to get the views that'll keep me in the YouTube game. You know what I'm saying? But just go hit the like button. I'm trying to think. I think that's it, you guys. But the next topic's coming up. Be ready. We're talking about the Chicago violence. We're gonna talk about that. And I'm also going to talk about just violence in the Black communities. You see what I'm saying? Because Chicago ain't the only place that's violent. You know what I'm saying? It's just for some reason we are got the spotlight due to the drill scene. And it's really a phenomenon that shouldn't be a phenomenon, because when you break down what drill is and drill means, the violence that's attached to it, the gangs that are attached to it, the terms that are attached to it, spinning and sliding, then it's something that shouldn't be glorified. But be ready to talk about it. Again, I gotta apologize. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Everybody know I'm working on some projects, and then boom, here come tax time. Tax time then popped up. And of course, you know, I'm a master procrastinator. So I'm in the process of, I got to get my paperwork and stuff together so I can get it over to my tax man. But I'm gonna make time for you. You know what I'm saying? People make time for what they need to make time for. So I appreciate you guys coming in. I need more of y'all to come up out the bushes. I need y'all to get subscribed, because I ain't never taking that off. My chat will always be subscriber only. I want new people to come in here. I don't want to keep seeing the same old people. So y'all in the bushes, come out of the bushes. Come say hello. I don't bite. The people don't bite. You ain't got to be a KL supporter to be up in here. This is just one topic that I'm talking about. I want to talk to everybody. You can have your own opinion. I'm not one of them. Come in and holler at me. Okay. You might be following me because I'm doing a duck case. But if that's the case, let me know. Come say hello. Hello. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I think that's all I had to say. Let me get out of here. But as always, do everything in God's divine order. Do everything in the spirit of righteousness to make sure righteousness prevails. Sky Life loves y'all. Have a good night.